In this video, Kevin and I are going to be answering would you rather questions for the month of May. These are questions that are asked every single day on my community page on YouTube. So we're going to get right into it. Would you rather get $1 million guaranteed or flip a coin for $1 billion? If you lose, you get nothing. So you're left with what you have now.
Probably depends on your situation in life. I'm thinking about what I would do. I'd probably go ahead, at this point in time, I'd probably go ahead and take the million. The surefire million.
I would too. I would rather be assured of something. Yeah.
But I mean, but really, if you're pretty happy with your life and how it is, and you're just like, you know what, I'm happy with money I'm making now. But if I got a chance to win like a really large amount of money, I might take that chance. You know, I guess that depends on how big of a gambler you are.
But we're both taking
at this
the
point
sure
in
thing.
time, I would take the sure thing.
I would take the sure thing.
You know,
yeah.
that I could coast to my death on $1 million.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice to have $1 million. Okay. Yes. 87% said $1 million guaranteed.
Yeah.
87%. 13% said flip a coin.
So 13 gamblers out
Yeah. Would you rather?
Well, they probably figured the same thing I did. You know, it's nothing to lose. You know, you're not giving up anything that you currently have, so why not go for it?
Right. Would you rather your house be infested with, and you cannot get rid of either, no matter what? So you have to choose one.
You're stuck with it.
You're stuck with it. Would you rather your house be infested with cockroaches or ghosts?
Ghosts.
I'll say ghosts too. You know why? Because I don't believe in ghosts. 88% said ghosts.
It doesn't mean the ghosts are bad. If they're ghosts around your house, doesn't mean they're bad ghosts.
But if you don't believe in ghosts, then you really don't care. Yeah. So I don't. That would be the one that would not bother me. So 88% said ghosts. Okay.
Now, if you said cockroaches and ants, that would have been a different story.
That would have been different. When getting into a car, this was a submitted question. So some of these questions, I don't tell you they're submitted, but they're submitted. A lot of these questions are submitted. When getting into a car, would you rather get in head first or rear first?
I always get in butt first.
I do too. I get in rear first. 74% said rear first. I can't imagine sticking my head in.
Getting in and then your butt. That's when you step into the car like all at once, basically.
I think
when I was younger, I might have done that. Or if I had a big like SUV or a trucker. If you had a pickup truck where you're having to climb into it, you'd have to almost do that.
Yes, when I'm getting, so that's the difference. When I'm like, my dad has a truck. When I'm getting into my dad's truck, I do get in head first because it's a big vehicle. We have been driven places. We have been like picked up from airports and stuff like that in bigger vehicles. When it's a bigger vehicle,
like a van or something,
I do stick my head in first. But for our car, we have a little Mazda. It's
you have to sit down and rotate.
Yeah, it's rear first. So for everyday life, it's rear first. Okay, so like I said, 74% said rear first. Would you rather date someone shorter than you or taller than you?
Shorter.
And I'm going to say taller. 65% said taller than you.
I mean, I don't mind if a woman was taller. It wasn't bothering me, but I prefer shorter.
So when you are next to a woman and she is taller than you, that probably doesn't happen very often.
No, but it doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you.
No. I mean, it would be different, strange, odd if they were like really, really tall. Because I'm not that tall anyway. I'm only 5'10". So if they're like, 6'7" or something, it would seem like, wow, you're really tall. But I'd feel the same way with a guy. If they're 6'7" next to me, I would say, wow, you're really tall. So it really has nothing to do with man or woman. It just has to be they're really tall.
Right, exactly.
But I wouldn't be intimidated about dating someone like that.
Right. Would you rather drink from a fish tank or from a dog bowl?
Ugh. Probably the dog bowl because they don't poop in it. Not usually.
I'm going to say from a dog bowl too, especially like we had Guido. Guido was our pug. Guido was not physically, a pug is not physically able to lick their private parts.
No, but his mouth was disgusting.
His mouth was disgusting. He had this little catfish looking mouth. He was so cute. I just like I like to kiss him. Just kiss it all the time.
Yeah.
It was so soft.
Mucus.
The little his just little soft pads around his mouth. I just love to kiss him. I miss that.
I think it's funny. She remembers the kissing. I remember mucus, snot.
He was wonderful. He was my best friend.
No, I'd rather, because fish do
my best furry friend.
Poop in their water, so.
Yeah, fish do poop in the water. 79% said from a dog
I'm surprised it's not even higher than that.
No, a lot of people pointed out that dogs, have you ever seen a dog bowl? And dog bowl, dogs
bowls are nasty, yeah.
So a lot of people had very
at least the fish tank's filtered and all that stuff, so I mean, you know.
That's what somebody else said. Somebody else said something, and I didn't get what they were saying because they were saying like fish bowls are cleaned every hour.
Yeah.
And the only thing I was thinking of is they're talking about it's filtered.
Yeah, it's filtered. It's pumped out.
It
filtered,
still has
it's still
poop debris in it though, so it's like
fish pee.
No, that still doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather get rid of Pop-Tarts or toaster strudels?
Oh, Pop-Tarts. No doubt about it.
I'm going to say Pop-Tarts too. It makes me wonder. 54, this was really close. 54% said toaster strudels. I'm wondering how many of that 54% have never even had one.
Yeah,
because
like from other countries.
From other countries, you might have voted to get rid of a toaster strudel, but if you've never had one, I think that's why you would have voted for that if you've never had one.
But we don't know.
But I don't know. Okay. So, would you rather mow or cut your grass with scissors or a machete?
Oh, machete. So, the thing about how long it would take you to scissors.
Yeah, I'm going to say machete too.
I remember when I was a kid though, back before they had weed eaters. I mean, we're talking about when I was really young. To trim around the patios and stuff, you had these little scissor-like things. They were like this long, and they had a handle back here, and they would go like this at the end. And so I would go around the porches and stuff and cut the grass when I was a kid. Well,
Wow.
Dad did it before I did it, so you know.
Did he give you that job, or did you want that job?
At that age, I probably wanted it. Until you start doing it, then you don't want it anymore.
Exactly, that's what happens. Well, 84% said machete.
You soft kids with your weed eaters.
Yeah. For sound when you sleep, would you rather have a fan or a sound machine?
I've never slept with a sound machine, so I can only say fan because that's my only experience. So
I'm going to say fan too.
yeah.
86%.
Although I've heard the white noise from a noise machine is really relaxing, but it's just, I like the cold air from the fan and the noise. So.
Exactly. So even in the winter, I like the air from the fan. I like some air blowing in the room just to circulate the air. 86% said fan. Would you rather be a great storyteller or a convincing liar?
Storyteller.
I'm going to say storyteller as well. 82% said storyteller. Would you rather a car run over your foot or get kicked by a donkey?
Probably a car run over my foot. Because if you get by a donkey, you can get like internal injuries.
You can die. I think I'm assuming the people that answered this question also do not know that a donkey can kill you. So a car running over your foot,
you might break a few bones.
You're gonna hurt. But you're not gonna die. If a donkey kicks you, it can kill you. And I think 58% of you did not realize that. Because you said you'd rather be kicked by a donkey. Guess what? You're not going to be here tomorrow.
But you might not die. It might just really hurt.
It's going to be a lot worse than you're getting your foot run over. I'd rather get my foot run over by a car. Okay.
Yeah, they're both horrible.
They're both horrible. But the game is to choose one. Would you rather find a land of giants or people small as mice?
Probably the smallest mice, because that'd be the giant.
Small as mice. 68% said small as mice.
It's amazing sometimes how close these are.
68%? That's not close.
It's closer than I thought.
I know.
Because think about it, 32% said they'd rather
giants.
be in the land of giants, things bigger than you, and they're going to step on you or something. Unless you're thinking of like Hagrid giants, which is not really big.
But think about the other giants in Harry Potter. I mean,
Yeah, they were huge.
yeah, and they were scary.
Yeah.
Okay. When you burp, would you rather your breath smelled of onions or pickles?
Probably pickles.
I'm going to say pickles. 83% said pickles. Would you rather take a writing class or an art class?
Art.
And I'm going to say writing. But I like to write. 72% said art. I've never been that person, but now Kevin always has been. Would you rather only drink floats or milkshakes?
Milkshakes. Floats are okay.
Milkshakes. 77% said milkshakes. Would you rather have invincibility or immortality?
So you can be invincible. Basically, you can't be hurt, but you are going to die. Mm-hmm. But the other means you're not going to die, but you could get hurt.
Yes. Yes. So like think of Death Becomes Her, the movie Death Becomes Her.
Yeah,
they're not going to die, but they literally are like painting each other's behinds with a can of spray paint.
Yeah,
because
to keep their color of their skin.
Because they can't get hurt, they can peel, chip, whatever.
Yeah,
they can look like death.
So I'm probably going to think invincibility.
Yeah, I'll say invincibility. 70% said invincibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather have a partner who cooks great or stays physically fit?
Cooks.
Cooks, definitely cooks. 67% said cooks. Would you rather eat your pizza hot or cold?
I'd rather have it hot.
This came up after we did one of our reviews. One of the Palmero, is that how you say it? The Stranger Things pizzas. It came up after one of that. So we were talking about it, I guess, during a video. And somebody said that would be, or maybe we said that'd be a good would you rather question. Because you said you don't mind eating yours.
I don't mind eating them cold.
Right.
No, you give me Domino's pizza stuck in the refrigerator, I'll eat it the next day cold.
But would you rather...
But I would rather have it fresh and hot.
Hot. Okay, I'm going to say hot too. This was overwhelming. 93% said they'd rather have it hot.
Yeah, think about it. You could also think of it being cold as like it's thawed out, but it's not cooked, and I wouldn't want that. That'd be awful.
But I don't think anybody thought that.
Like leftovers. Yes,
leftovers. I don't think anybody thought that.
Yeah.
Just room temperature.
Frozen room temperature.
Would you rather be too sensitive or lack sensitivity? This one was close.
Well, you don't want to be not sensitive at all. I guess too sensitive. Then you're going to get your feelings hurt all the time. I don't know. I'm going to go too sensitive.
I'm going to say I'd rather lack sensitivity. 60% said lack sensitivity. Yeah, I don't know.
Both of them have their drawbacks, that's for sure.
I could expand. I'm not going to. I'm going to move on to the next question. If you had a fortune, would you rather leave it to charity or family?
Family.
Family. Definitely family. 85% said family.
That's not to say you can't give some to charity, but...
Well, some people said they are on the outs with their entire family.
Yeah,
if you are on the outs with your entire family, then I can see doing that.
Yeah, I'm not giving those suckers anything.
But Kevin and I have a very healthy relationship with both of our children, Andrew and Ashley. And so we would absolutely leave it to them because...
Make their life easy.
And some people said, which I thought was interesting, some people said, why should I give it to them when I had to work for it? And I'm thinking... Because you love them enough that you want better for them?
Yeah.
You love them because of love?
Bill Gates did basically the same thing.
He did, and I think it's crappy.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I think it is crappy. I've heard Will Smith say that. I'm not leaving my... Well, that's crappy of you. Why wouldn't you want better for them? Why wouldn't... If you can do something to help somebody, why wouldn't you? Yeah, It boggles my mind. But anyway.
Well, it's not like neither one of them have worked for what they've got now. So it's not like you're giving them a free pass the entire life.
No, I mean these kids are grown. Will Smith's kids are older. And they're both talented, as far as I know.
I can also see families really wealthy families that they just let their kids do whatever they want to, and they're spoiled little brats, and they don't know how to work. So I could see that if it's all their whole life, they never learned that lesson. But I also agree, it's like, you love your kids to let them be spoiled.
Yeah. Who
was it the Gaudis? That woman, the Gotti woman with the three boys.
Oh, Victoria Gotti.
Oh, and
Growing Up Gotti. Did you all ever watch that show on TV?
All three of them are spoiled to death. They don't know how to
boys.
do anything. They don't know what work is. I mean, literally.
Well, at that time.
They may be different now,
during Growing Up Gotti, she literally did everything for them. And I love that show. And because they would scream and yell.
All of them.
I remember one of them running out of his hair gel. It was like the best thing because he was
like his life ended.
Because he ran out of hair gel. He just didn't know what he was going to do. But now, I do think all three of them are productive members of society now. So they were spoiled when they were younger, yes, but now they're fine. And that's what happens most times. You spoil your kids, but they usually end up completely fine. I think it's all right. Would you rather feel good mentally or physically?
Mentally, I would think.
I think mentally too. 69% said mentally. I do understand pain. I understand you are not you when you are in pain. Mm-hmm. I used to be that way. When I was overweight, I experienced pain every single day. And so you are not the nice, sweet you when you're in pain. But I do think mentally, a lot can happen if you're not
mentally sound.
Mentally sound, yeah. So 69% said mentally. Would you rather have the best dance moves or the best pickup lines?
Dance moves.
Dance moves, 72%. Would you rather have a short temper or be a complete pushover?
I don't want a short temper where I'm mad about everything.
But I don't want to be a complete pushover either.
That's a really...
I'm going to say short temper for my answer. I'd rather have a short temper. You have to choose one.
I know. See, I mean, I'm just not that type to have a short temper. I hold on to
aren't.
everything.
Yeah, Kevin.
I'm not a pushover either, but I don't get mad ever.
No, Kevin.
I think I'd just
takes a lot.
I think I'd rather be a pushover.
Really?
Yeah.
81% said they'd rather have a short temper.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a
but
wimp.
I just don't like being angry. So.
Well, at the airport,
of course, you could get angry quick and just get over it and go on too. So if they think about it that way, you'd rather have a short temper.
Well, at the airport, would you rather lose your luggage or your cell phone? Both are horrible.
Both are horrible. I'm thinking luggage though. Counts on what's in my luggage. If it's just clothes, I don't care. I can buy new clothes and keep my phone. If it's other things though, like electronics and stuff, are all in my luggage.
Yeah, but we take our electronics on the plane.
Yeah, that's true. It's not luggage.
We don't put it in the luggage. The only thing in the luggage is clothes.
Yeah, I think I'd rather lose my clothes.
I'd rather lose my luggage, and I'd rather lose my luggage and have my cell phone.
Because I can replace the whatever outfit.
Yeah, I can buy new clothes. Anyway. Yeah, we can buy new clothes and underwear when we get there.
Yeah.
We don't put anything of any value like. When we travel, I don't take any jewelry whatsoever. I mean, no jewelry, a wedding ring, but I mean, I just don't do that. I don't take anything that's valuable.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not like I have anything valuable anyway.
Yeah,
really.
I think I would rather lose my luggage.
Okay,
people say.
78% said luggage.
Yeah.
Would you rather get a haircut from Edward Scissorhands or Wolverine?
Oh, Edward Scissorhands, because he actually did it.
Edward Scissorhands, and he was talented.
Yeah.
He was extremely talented. 75% said
overly creative sometimes.
He was, but 75% said Edward Scissorhands. He was a very talented person. Would you rather marry someone introverted or extroverted?
Probably extroverted, although it goes against everything having somebody really outgoing.
Okay,
Probably extroverted.
Kevin married someone extroverted. I married someone introverted. That's how you need to get married. You need to be the opposite because you're...
then neither one of you are completely happy.
Oh, Kevin. Then it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it kind of balances out.
Because...
but I do things that I'm not comfortable with, and you don't do you don't do some things that you probably would do. So it's a balancing. You balance a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're both outgoing, then you're just running around like crazy people.
Yeah.
And if you're both introverted, you're just going to stay home all the time.
That's true. No, yeah, I said you need to marry the opposite. Yeah. You don't have to, but that's just what happened.
It worked for us.
It worked for us. 66% said introverted. Yeah. Would you rather become more like your mother or your father?
Probably my dad. Because he's very outgoing, friendly, talks to everybody. Of course, mom's, you know what, no. I'd probably rather be like my mom, because my mom's very, giving to everybody. She's never met someone she wasn't willing to do
Yes, but we go back to the question of would you rather be a complete pushover, which I think
that's true.
Is.
She is kind of a pushover.
I think she's a complete pushover.
Yeah.
Because she can be physically hurting herself, and yet she's waiting on other people, hand and foot.
Because she feels bad.
I don't want to be that person.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to know when to take care of yourself too. It's important to take care of yourself.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that aspect of her. I still think I'll go with Dad though.
Your dad?
Yeah, because he's so outgoing and never met a stranger, literally.
And you know what? With my family, it's the same way. My dad is very, very outgoing. I'd say I got more of him in me than I did my mom, definitely. I'm going to say my dad too, which would probably shock people that know my mom, because my mom was a wonderful, wonderful person. But there's probably things that I know about my mom that nobody else knows that, that would make me give my answer. So I'm going to say my dad. 64% though said they'd rather be more like their mom. And some people said neither. Well, guess what? Then you don't know how to play this game, because you have to choose one. If you're not going to choose one,
even if they're both horrible choices.
Yeah, that's it. That's all the choices you get. So, if you're going to play the game, then just pick one.
That's kind of the whole point of the game, is sometimes they are horrible choices.
Yeah, and if you don't like the question, or if you don't like the choices, just move on. You don't have to answer these every day. Would you rather have the freedom to kill at will or bring people back from the dead? Now, see, this is one of those that I wouldn't want either. I wouldn't either. And going back to my mom died. You would think, oh, Tammy would want to bring her mom back. No, Tammy wouldn't either, because think of all we've gone through since she died in 2012.
But I'm also thinking,
it's a different place, the world.
I would want to bring people back from the dead. Because
that's my answer.
Yeah, if I had to kill at will, people would be dying on the road left and right. Literally.
Just the crazy driver.
Yeah, nuts so drive, pull out in front of you, just not stop. People would be going everywhere.
Yeah.
But if I could bring people back from the dead, I could, think about it. You could just spend a day at a children's hospital.
Oh yeah.
And touch people, or go overseas and just touch people and bring them back. Now, sometimes it may not be a good thing that they're coming back from the dead, because you're not saying you're curing them.
Right.
You're just saying you're bringing them back. So what are they coming back
exactly,
as?
What state are they coming back?
Yeah, so you just don't, there's no details. So I still think I'd rather bring back people back. Because
these questions
I can make that choice if I want to, that I could.
They're definitely up to your interpretation.
Yeah, oh yeah. But if I could kill anybody at will, I think I'd get aggravated and angry enough at people to where I'd be killing people crazy, not even meaning to, just going, you're dead. You're dead.
Right. So I'm going to say bring people back from the dead too, although my answer would be neither. But 88% said bring people back from the dead. Okay, would you rather eat a bologna sandwich or a hot dog? And let me point out on this one, I had several people saying they're the same thing. Okay, but you eat them in very different ways.
Yeah,
so it's not the
even
same
if they taste the same, although they don't taste the same.
They don't taste the same, number one, and you eat them in completely different ways. So to me, That's not an answer. You still have to pick one.
Yeah. I mean, a sandwich is a flat sandwich.
And it's cold.
A hot dog is a bun.
Bologna is cold.
Right.
Hot dogs are hot.
It can be cooked hot.
Hot dogs you cook on the grill.
I'd rather eat a hot dog.
I'd rather eat a hot dog too.
No.
81% said hot dog. Would you rather spend money on a big house or traveling the world? This was very, very close.
I really don't need a big house. What do I need a big house for? So I think I'd rather do it traveling.
I'd say traveling too.
Although traveling stresses me out to no end.
It does.
But I don't need a big house.
But we've seen so many beautiful
But I'd be wasting
places.
a big house though. If I had a big house, and I'm not living in every room, so I mean I'd be wasting it.
52% said traveling the world.
Yeah, that is close.
That means 48% said a big house.
Yeah.
But we...
you know what? If you're young in your life, though, you probably would want a big house.
You probably would. And you know, hey, I think both of those are
yeah,
fair.
there's nothing wrong with either one.
No. Would you rather go for a swim or soak in a hot tub? This was a lot closer than I would think. I'd say go for a swim.
Yeah.
But Kevin and I are not hot tub people.
They make me sick.
We've never been into hot tub. Well, first of all, I don't like to take a bath. I like to take a shower. I don't want to sit in my own filth.
Yeah, but those are filtered so much.
So a hot tub though, to me, you're sitting there bored. You're just sitting there. Whereas if I'm in the pool, I'm swimming or I'm walking around. We used to have a swimming pool in our backyard, and we would just walk
around.
Walk around and talk and float. And there's things to do in a pool, or we would play games in the pool.
Of course, a lot of people would say you in a hot tub, you sit and you talk and you drink and, you know.
We're not those people.
I'm just not a hot tub person.
But we would play games in the pool. You know, you have toys that you would throw on the bottom, or we would see who could hold their breath the longest, or we would just do all kinds of things in the pool. So
yeah, I'm not a hot tub person, but I know hot tub people. So
yeah,
you know,
there's nothing wrong with it either.
I understand the appeal.
It's just we're different people. 59% said they'd rather soak in the hot tub.
Yeah.
So
it's supposed to be more relaxing. I don't know. It always makes me nauseous.
Okay, now this, let's see, there's one more question.
Yeah.
We're doing this just literally, we're filming this on the 31st, so there's gonna be one more question that comes up tonight, and I won't know the percentages for, so we'll just have to tell you what we think. Would you rather read fiction or nonfiction?
Well, I like science fiction, fantasy, so I'm a big fiction.
I think this is hard because there's so much nonfiction that I really, really do enjoy. Like Agatha Christie, like her autobiography, and I like.
But if you're giving money, here's $20.
Then I'm going to go pick fiction.
Go buy you a book.
I'm going to go pick fiction. Yeah. I'm going to pick a Philippa Gregory or something like that.
Because I like some nonfiction as well, but that's not my choice. My choice is fiction.
Right now I'm reading. I just started a Stephen King, and it is already good. I'm like 7 chapters in. And it's already...
It's one I already read. I told her she should read it.
Oh my gosh. It is so good.
It's called Later, just in case you're interested.
Later.
Don't say anything about it if you've read it.
Oh, yeah. I'm really, really enjoying it. And so yeah, I'm going to pick fiction, but...
Then I'll be curious. My guess is more people would say fiction, but I don't know.
But I do genuinely like nonfiction.
A lot of people like that documentary, true crime kind of stuff. So,
well, I've read...
I mean, true crime would be nonfiction, wouldn't it? As long as it's real crimes.
Yeah, true crime, yeah.
So,
but I've read,
some people love those things.
For me, it's more like, I don't read true crime, but I'm more about I read Agatha Christie, and I read Holly Madison's book, and I've read books about the royal family, and books about Princess Diana.
Holocaust.
On the Holocaust. I love books about the Holocaust.
Just learning about what happened.
Oh gosh, I've read tons of books on the Holocaust, and I really enjoy reading about all that. And so I would want it known. Yes, I enjoy those books, but I own more, and I do read more of fiction.
Yeah, you'd probably be a wider selection of fiction books.
Absolutely.
But there's a shorter list of nonfiction you probably read.
Right, exactly. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to everyone who participates, who chooses an answer. You gotta choose an answer, people. You're not like, even if you don't like the choices, this is it. This is what you get. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.